Find a comfortable position, settling into your bed or your chair. Let your body feel heavy, supported, and at ease. Close your eyes gently and take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, release the day. Let it all go. Imagine now a quiet ancient bridge materializing in your mind's eye. This is St. Hilt's Bridge, a path between the waking world and the world of dreams. Feel the gentle texture of the soft stone beneath your imaginary feet, warmed by the soft golden light of countless lanterns that have lined its path for centuries. Begin to walk along this bridge. There's no rush, no destination, just the simple act of moving forward. Each step is soft, slow, taken without thought or urgency. Listen closely. Can you hear the gentle echo of your footsteps? They blend harmoniously with the sound of water rippling far below, a faint, soothing sigh of wind that whispers through the arches, and the soft, collective hum of the lantern light. With every step you take, you move deeper into a state of profound calm. Each footfall on the warm stone grounds you, connecting you to this peaceful, timeless place. Feel the stillness settle over you like a warm, comforting blanket. Now, take another breath, deeper this time. As you inhale, draw in the calm of the bridge, the serenity of the night. As you exhale, let go of any lingering tension. Every breath you take guides you further into rest. Notice the rhythm of your own heart. Feel it begin to slow, matching the gentle pulse of the bridge, the steady flow of the river below, the quiet hush of the night, and the soft, unwavering glow of the light. You are becoming one with the peace that surrounds you. You are safe. You are calm. You are ready for rest. You continue your slow, mindful walk, step by step, breath by breath. The world outside fades away, leaving only you, the bridge, and this perfect moment of tranquility. There is nothing to do, nowhere to be, but right here, moving gently towards sleep. Now, as you reach the center of the bridge, you feel a shift. The solid stone beneath you seems to dissolve into a gentle current. You are no longer walking, you are drifting. Floating on a river of soft, warm light, you do not need to move. You do not need to think. You are weightless, held and supported by the water. A soft, ethereal mist begins to curl around you, cool and refreshing against your skin. It embraces you, shrouding you in its gentle, protective veil. The lanterns from the bridge now glow above you, and some even seem to float within the river itself, their light a beacon of peace, watching over you. All is calm, all is quiet, all is safe. Give yourself permission to let go completely now. Release any last vestiges of control. Allow yourself to sink fully into this river of light, into the comforting embrace of the lanterns, into the soft caress of the mist. Every thought that arises simply drifts away like a cloud in the sky. Every worry, every muscle twitch, every subtle movement is released into the current. You are weightless, a being of pure consciousness floating in an ocean of serenity. You are endless, unbound by time or space. You are at peace, a deep, abiding peace that fills every part of your being. Drift, float, rest. And in this gentle, endless moment, as you are carried by the current of dreams, you sleep. Good night. Lanterns like floating stars. The lanterns above you sway slightly in the mist, like stars moving in a slow, quiet galaxy. Some dip low over the water, their reflections stretching into long, soft ribbons. Some hover high, casting gentle pools of light that touch only the mist. With each flicker, each soft sway, you feel lighter, calmer. Your thoughts drift past you like leaves on the river, and you do not need to follow them. They are gentle, passing things. Your focus is only here, on warmth, on light, on rest. The gentle pull of the current. The river carries you with an endless, tender pull. You do not steer, you do not struggle. You simply float, held by water, held by air, held by the soft glow of the lanterns. Feel the gentle sway of the current beneath your body. It rocks you like a cradle, and with each sway, each tiny dip, each little rise, your muscles release a little more tension. Your mind grows quieter. Your body grows heavier, lighter, and completely safe. Every heartbeat matches the pulse of the river. Every breath matches the whisper of the night. You are part of the calm, and the calm is part of you. Mara's whisper returns. Mara appears once more in the distance, her figure a soft silhouette in the mist, her lantern glowing steadily. Her voice floats toward you, soft, calm, endless. Rest. Rest, the light will carry you. The river will guide you. You are safe, always safe. Each word is a gentle wave, lapping at the edges of your mind. It slows your thoughts further, fading the last strands of worry or tension. You feel yourself sink into the lull, into the eternal hush of this floating world, where night meets day in perfect balance. Repetitive sensory imagery, deep sleep induction. You notice the feel of the mist on your skin, cool, soft, almost weightless. You notice the sound of the water, lapping, swirling, gentle, endless. You notice the lanterns, glowing softly, pulsing lightly, reassuringly. And again, the mist, the water, the lanterns. And again, mist brushing your cheeks, water rocking your body, light filling your chest. You feel your body surrender further. Your mind drifts like a leaf on the river, floating with each current, tumbling gently with the lantern's reflections. Again, softly. Mist, water, light. Mist, water, light. All blending together, all pulling you deeper into calm. Time dissolves, mind and body relax fully. Minutes, hours, or perhaps moments you do not know, nor need to know. Time here is soft, slow, endless. Your body is weightless, your mind is still, your breath is slow and steady. You drift past memories of day, past visions of night, past worries that might have lingered. They float by like leaves, gently, quietly, never disturbing you. The lanterns above you blink softly, their reflections stretch infinitely along the river. The mist curls endlessly, and you float, always floating, held by water, air, light, and peace. The gentle rhythm of daily life. From above, you can see the villagers moving slowly. The baker sets bread on the windowsill to cool. A shepherd leads a small flock through dew-kissed grass. Children peek out of their doors, yawning, while their parents quietly tend morning chores. The sounds are faint, but you notice them with gentle awareness. The scrape of a broom, the soft clip-clop of a horse's hooves, the low murmur of water against stone. Every sound is soft, soothing, part of a larger, tranquil rhythm. Even as the village wakes, you feel the calm surrounding you deepen. You are floating higher now, between the stars that fade and the morning light that grows. The lantern in your mind shines warmly, its light blending seamlessly with the new day. The final release, sleep fully engaged. You are carried along the river of light. Past bridges, past lanterns, past the sleeping villagers. The air is still. Your body is heavy in the gentlest way. Your mind is calm. You are part of this quiet morning. The gentle hum of the river, the soft flicker of countless lights, the warmth of the lantern in your heart, all fold together. It is safe now to let go completely. There is no need to think, no need to move, no need to wake. You may rest entirely as the river carries you gently, as the lantern glows softly in your chest, as the dawn stretches slowly across the world. Every breath is lighter, every thought slower, every muscle relaxed. You drift between night and day, between dream and waking, carried by the soft glow of the lanterns and the timeless rhythm of the river. You are at peace. You are safe. You are ready to sleep. And with that gentle realization, you surrender fully to rest, allowing the world, the river, the lanterns, and your own soft heartbeat to lull you into a calm, deep, endless sleep. You are now completely cradled by the river, its surface smooth as glass, each ripple a soft whisper. The lanterns glow all around you. Tiny suns reflecting in the water, their golden light touching your skin, your hair, your heart. Breathe in slowly, feeling the warmth of a lantern's glow settle into your chest. Breathe out slowly, letting every tension melt into the river beneath you. Each breath is a gentle wave, carrying you further into calm, deeper into rest. The mist curls lightly around your arms, its cool fingers brushing your cheeks, and you feel safe, held by the water, held by the soft light, held by the endless, gentle rhythm of the world. The soft echo of night. Somewhere above, a night bird calls, soft and distant. Its song drifts across the river, slowing, stretching, fading gently into silence. You hear the faint sound of water lapping at the bridge, the subtle crackle of a hearth in some far cottage, the soft sigh of the wind through reeds. Each sound is calm, measured, a lullaby written by the earth itself. Notice how these sounds surround you, yet never disturb you. They blend into the gentle rhythm of your breathing, slow, steady, calm, a heartbeat of the night that carries you deeper, weightless, and warm. Dawn spreads over the village. The first light of morning stretches across the horizon, soft and pale like a watercolor brushing the sky. It kisses the rooftops of the village gently, spilling over chimneys, winding lanes, and the stone walls of cottages. Every surface glows faintly, warmed by this quiet touch, as though the world itself is breathing in slowly, deeply. The river reflects this pale light. The lantern you carry in your mind hums softly in response, its flame blending with the soft blues and golds of morning. You notice how everything seems to pause in this gentle moment. The birds have not yet called. The wind is still, the reeds and grass bow slightly under the weight of dew. You float above it all, watching, feeling the calm of the world settle into your chest. Your heartbeat slows, matching the soft, steady pulse of the river below. All is quiet. All is safe. The village awakens slowly. In the village, tiny lights in windows begin to flicker as the first hearths are stirred. A baker lifts his lid from the oven, and a faint waft of warm bread drifts through the streets. Somewhere a child stretches, her hands brushing over the soft linen sheets. A door creaks as a dog yawns, its long morning sigh curling into the air. The world is waking slowly, but there is no rush, no urgency. It is as if dawn itself is tiptoeing, softly placing a finger on each roof, each tree, each window pane, saying, "Rest a little longer." All is well. You float above the streets, watching tiny lanterns glow still. Tiny reminders of the kindness that persists even as the day begins. You feel their warmth inside you, a quiet ember that does not flicker with fear or worry, only with peace. Mara appears in the morning mist. The mist along the river curls again, and you notice a familiar figure. It is Mara, the lantern keeper, her form soft and silver, hovering among the reeds where light and shadow meet. She smiles without speaking. Her lantern glows faintly, its warmth brushing across your mind like a soft, gentle sigh. You feel her presence guide you, not with words, but with a calm certainty that you are exactly where you need to be. She lifts her hand in a gentle gesture, and the river responds. The water shimmers and sways, carrying ripples that shimmer like gold threads. The lanterns you see on the bridge, in windows, and even in your mind, all rise a little higher, mingling with the early sunlight, their warmth settling into every corner of your being. A path between night and day, you feel yourself drifting between night and day, between the world of dreams and the soft, waking world. The river below continues to flow, gentle and steady, and the morning air carries a faint scent of lavender, mint, and soft stone. You realize that this place is a bridge to, not of stone, but of stillness. It connects the quiet of night with the gentle light of day. And as you float above it, your mind begins to understand that you are safe, that all is as it should be, that sleep and waking can coexist in gentle harmony. The lantern you hold in your mind flickers softly, its glow steady, a tiny sun in your chest. It hums in time with your heartbeat, and you feel your body relax completely, melting into the calm. Mara returns, the keeper in the mist. On the riverbank, a familiar figure appears. It is Mara, the lantern keeper, but she seems lighter now, as though made of mist and moonlight. She stands among the reeds, watching you drift near. Her voice carries across the water, soft and clear. "Do you see?" she whispers. "The light never stays in one place. It moves from bridge to window, from hand to heart, from waking to dream." Her words flow into the rhythm of the river, slowing your breath even more. Each syllable lands like a drop of rain on still water, rippling outward, fading gently into silence. She raises her hand in farewell, and the lantern at her side brightens once more, casting a long path of gold across the river. You follow with your eyes, feeling the warmth of her light reach you. The river becomes light. As you drift farther, the water begins to glow beneath you. It shimmers softly, like moonlight caught in motion. The current no longer feels cool. It feels warm like silk brushing against your skin. The mist thins until it becomes light itself, gold blending into silver, silver into dawn. You feel your body lighten, your thoughts dissolve. It's as though you're being carried, not by water now, but by light, a river made of all the lanterns that ever were. Each one flickers gently around you, forming a soft halo of brightness. It feels like floating in a dream that knows you by heart. The quiet dawn, symbolic awakening. Eventually, the glow ahead softens into pale blue. The sky is changing. You realize it's the first hint of morning, a slow bloom of color along the horizon. The river slows, curling into a still lake surrounded by tall reeds. You drift toward its center, where the reflection of the dawn meets the fading stars above. For a moment, the two skies, real and mirrored, become one, and you float perfectly between them. The world breathes in, and you breathe with it. A calm pulse of day beginning, a sigh of night releasing. The lantern you hold in your mind, the one Mara gave you, flickers softly. Its light blends with the sunrise until you can no longer tell them apart. Gentle grounding toward sleep. Now take a slow breath in. And as you exhale, imagine that lantern light settling into the quiet space of your chest. It glows there still, small, steady, patient. It doesn't need tending. It will not go out. It will wait for you through the night, just as St. Hild's lantern still waits by the river, burning softly through centuries. You are warm now and safe. The world is hushed and kind. Every sound fades into stillness, the faint ripple of water, the whisper of dawn wind through grass, the gentle echo of a distant bell. Your body feels heavy and light at once, like stone warmed by sun, like mist lifting from the river. You may rest now. You may drift deeper. The bridge, the lanterns, the river, they will carry you, always toward peace, always toward light. You are floating now, carried on the slow current of the river. The water holds you easily, like a mother's hand beneath a sleeping child. The mist curls above you in thin ribbons, soft and white, lit faintly by the glow of countless lanterns reflected overhead. The air is cool on your face, and every breath you take feels clean, new, unhurried. The sounds around you melt together. The gentle lap of water, the faint rustle of reeds, the whisper of a faraway breeze. They blend into a single endless lullaby, a rhythm older than memory itself. The current knows exactly where to carry you. You don't need to steer. You don't need to think. You only need to rest, to breathe, to drift. The memory of bells. Somewhere far upstream, you hear a faint chime. It's the sound of the copper bell, the same one Mara gave the pilgrim, its tone echoing across distance and time. The note travels gently down the river, skimming across the surface like light. You can feel its vibration in the water beneath you, a soft pulse that travels up through your chest. It rings once, then again, each tone slower than the last, fading into silence that seems to stretch forever. The bell's echo reminds you of all things connected, the bridge, the flame, the song, the breath you take even now, everything in harmony, everything calm. Drifting past the sleeping woods, the river bends, and you pass beneath a canopy of willows. Their branches dip low, their leaves brushing the water with tender sighs. The air beneath them smells faintly of wild mint and damp moss. Fireflies blink in the undergrowth, their lights winking in rhythm with your breath. Slow, steady, peaceful. Each tiny glow feels like a whisper of thought, a memory softly folding into rest. In the hush of the forest, you see shapes of deer among the shadows, their ears twitching, their eyes calm and bright. They lift their heads for a moment, watching you drift by, then lower them again, unafraid, as if they know you belong to this stillness. The forgotten village. Beyond the woods, the river widens into a calm pool, and on its far shore you see the faint outline of a village. Its cottages are small and round-roofed, their chimneys breathing thin threads of smoke that spiral upward into the soft night air. A single church bell tolls in the distance. Not loud, not insistent, just a low, steady sound, marking the passage of time in a world half dreaming. You drift closer and the scent of baking bread, of wood smoke and lavender oil reaches you. Somewhere, a door creaks open. Somewhere, a dog sighs in its sleep. The whole village feels alive, but resting, as if waiting for morning's first light. You notice something beautiful. In every window, a tiny lantern burns. The same kind as those on St. Hild's Bridge. Each one glows softly, a reminder that light has wandered this far, that kindness, once sparked, travels endlessly from hand to hand. Now imagine that lantern inside you, right where your breath begins. Each inhale feeds its gentle glow. Each exhale spreads its warmth through your whole body. You can feel it behind your eyelids, a slow pulse of light. It flickers in rhythm with your breathing, anchoring you in stillness. Every worry softens, every thought slows. You feel light, balanced, quiet. The lanterns above the bridge continue to float higher, joining the stars until all distinction fades. Above, below, everything glows the same tender hue. The bridge itself now seems to dissolve, its stones turning to golden dust, drifting into the air. You are standing not on a bridge now, but in the middle of the sky, a vast sea of lantern light stretching endlessly. Here, time no longer moves forward. It drifts in slow, spiraling circles, like mist winding around the moon. You breathe, and every breath feels slower, softer, safer. You are part of the light now, part of the gentle hum that holds the world together. You can feel the air's warmth around you, the peace of ages folded into this moment. You think of all those who once crossed St. Hilde's Bridge, their stories, their wishes, their prayers. They too are here. Their lights flicker quietly beside yours. No one is ever lost, not really. They just walk farther along the bridge until their footsteps become part of the stars. Far below, the river still flows, a long ribbon of dark silver beneath the sky. It hums softly, as though singing to the stars reflected within it. You begin to drift downward, not falling, but floating, the way a leaf might drift upon water, or a lantern might sway on a string. The river accepts you with a sigh. Its surface ripples gently, carrying you onward. You can feel its current beneath you, steady, warm, and unhurried. The water carries you under bridges of moonlight, past banks of wild lavender and reeds, past cottages whose windows still flicker faintly with lake candles. All the while, the stars above drift in slow procession, like pilgrims of the sky, carrying their soft, silver prayers. You are one of them now, a light carried by water, a traveler between waking and dreaming. As you gaze across the river, you notice something strange. The lantern's reflections no longer ripple. They have become steady, shining perfectly still upon the surface, as if the water itself has turned to glass. Then, one by one, the reflections begin to drift upward. Slowly, softly, they rise from the river and float into the misty air above the bridge. Each flame hovers like a small star, a bead of gold suspended in the night. They don't burn or flicker, they breathe. Their glow deepens and softens, becoming the very same color as moonlight through linen. You watch them ascend, forming a long silver trail above the bridge, like a second sky. The real stars above twinkle in answer, and for a moment you can't tell where earth ends and heaven begins. As the lanterns rise, you begin to hear whispers, not words exactly, but voices shaped by the wind. They carry memories of those who once crossed this bridge, a child clutching her father as cloak, a weary monk humming a psalm, a shepherd with his staff wrapped in cloth against the rain. Each voice is gentle, layered in time like echoes rippling through water. Mara's voice is among them, faint, tender. She hums that same wordless tune she sang while tending the lights. And beneath her melody, another voice hums lower, older, a woman's voice, soft as fog itself. You realize it must be Hilde's. Her song doesn't carry lyrics, only sound, a vibration that feels more like a heartbeat than music. It hums through the stones, through the river, through your chest. A pulse that slows and steadies, drawing you even deeper into calm. As her voice surrounds you, you notice the bridge changing again. Its arches seem longer, stretching across not just the river, but the sky itself. The lanterns above glow brighter, casting soft light across endless mist. You step forward slowly, barefoot now. The stones are warm beneath your feet, as though they remember the day's sunlight. Each step brings a gentle sound, a hush of cloth, a whisper of motion, and far below, the quiet sigh of water still flowing. You look ahead and see that Mara is there again, but her figure is faint, woven of silver mist and golden light. She beckons to you. You follow, each step lighter than the one before. The air around you feels soft, like walking through the folds of a dream. When you reach her, Mara smiles, and in her hands, she holds a lantern, small, round, made of glass, so clear it seems almost invisible. Inside there is a flame no bigger than a firefly. It glows a color you cannot name, not gold, not silver, but something in between. She speaks in a voice that feels like water flowing over smooth stones. This light, she says, has always belonged to those who pause to see it. It burns quietly, patiently, within the heart that chooses rest. She lifts the lantern toward you. The flame dances, and you feel its warmth touch the space between your ribs. Not burning, just being. When she places it into your hands, it weighs nothing at all. And then she fades, melting back into the mist, her form blending with the soft hum of the night. All around, the night settles into a serene hush. The crickets in the reeds fall quiet. The fog thickens, soft as wool. The lanterns sway gently in the breeze, their light brushing the stone railings in slow, liquid gold. You can feel the air, the perfect stillness before sleep, and imagine standing there yourself, watching the river beneath. The water glides by, smooth and unhurried. Little eddies sparkle like molten stars. From somewhere downstream comes the faint scent of rain, fresh, clean, endless. If you listen, you might almost hear the whisper of Hild's voice in the distance, the echo of her lantern flame, the hush of her guiding words through centuries. And in that sound, something ancient stirs inside you, a deep calm, a peace that feels older than memory. At last they reach the end of the bridge again. The pilgrim bows his head, thanking her once more for the light. Mara only nods. "It is not my light," she says softly. "It belongs to all who walk here." Then she turns, her basket swinging lightly at her side, and disappears into the fog, her footsteps fading into the hum of river and flame. The pilgrim watches the glow of her lantern fade, then glances up at the line of lights behind him, each one shimmering in soft rhythm, each one a silent companion to his thoughts. He takes one last breath of the cool night air. The scent of burning oil, of damp stone, of faraway pine forests, all mingle together like a hymn. And then he steps off the bridge and continues into the mist. Now, as you rest here listening, imagine those lanterns continuing to glow. Each one a heartbeat of gentle light, each one a quiet blessing. Their glow stretches out across the water, softening the world around you. You can almost see the ripples of light drifting outward, slow, rhythmic, calm. With every ripple, your body sinks deeper into rest. Your arms feel heavier, your breathing slower, your mind clearer. The bridge fades into a dreamscape, its arches turning to clouds, its stones to starlight, its lanterns to drifting fireflies. Each one guides you further inward, toward that still silent space where sleep begins. There is no hurry here. Only the endless motion of calm light, the hum of quiet water, and the whisper of an eternal bridge carrying you gently toward rest. You're still there in that soft night. The air holds a gentle weight, a quiet that hums low and deep, like a river breathing in its sleep. The bridge glows behind your eyelids now, lanterns hovering in memory, their light shimmering as if underwater. You begin to sense that the world around you is gently changing. The mist grows softer, the stars above brighter, and the faint whisper of the river becomes the rhythm of your heartbeat. Take a slow breath in and let it go. Let your breath match the current flowing, unhurried, timeless. You are safe here. The night knows your name, though it speaks it only in light. Before we go on, take another slow breath in and out. Let your mind float gently like mist above the water. Feel the space behind your eyes soften, your jaw loosen, your hands resting easily, heavy and warm. The glow from the bridge follows you, steady points of light that hum in quiet harmony. Each lantern sways slightly in the breeze, their reflections weaving golden ribbons through the river's ripples. You can almost hear the soft sound of flame against glass, a little sigh with every flutter of air. The night deepens, and you drift even deeper into it. As Mara and the pilgrim stand side by side, the pilgrim asks, in a soft voice, "Who was St. Hild? Why is this bridge hers?" Mara smiles, her eyes lit by the lantern's glow. She begins to tell him the story, a tale passed down through generations, whispered at winter hearths and beside the river's bend. Long ago, when the land was still wild with forests, and the marshes were said to hold wandering lights, there lived a woman named Hild. She was no noble, no nun, but a healer who carried herbs in her apron and kindness in her hands. Each spring, travelers crossed the marsh toward the cathedral city. The way was treacherous mud, mist, and the sudden rush of river water. One stormy night, when the path had all but vanished beneath the flood, Hild went out carrying only a lantern. She lit the way for strangers, calling to them softly through the rain, guiding each one to solid ground. The next morning the villagers found her lantern, still burning on a rock by the water's edge, though Hild herself had vanished. They said the river had taken her, but her light remained. So they built a bridge there and named it for her. To this day, Mara says, no matter how thick the fog, a faint shimmer always appears above the river's center, the ghost of Hild's lantern, still watching over travelers. The pilgrim listens in silence. His eyes drift to the river, to the place where the mist curls low and slow. He has been walking for many days, through fields, through forests, through towns whose names he's already forgotten. And now here, on this glowing bridge, he feels something loosen in his chest. A weariness that has followed him for miles melts like frost in the warmth of the lanterns. Mara looks at him kindly. Every traveler leaves something behind here, she murmurs. Some leave a coin, some a prayer, some only a breath. She reaches into her basket and brings out a small copper bell, no bigger than a thumb. It is dulled by time, its tone soft and low. She places it gently into the pilgrim's hand. When you cross the bridge, she says, ring this once. Let the sound carry your journey onward. The pilgrim nods, and together they begin to walk back toward the bridge's center. Step by slow step, the bell swings from his fingers, a quiet, rhythmic motion in time with his breathing. The night air is cool, but filled with a deep comfort, as though the whole world has paused just to listen. Then chime. A soft, silvery note floats out into the fog. It lingers like a ripple in the air, fading, returning, folding itself into the sound of the river. The flame of each lantern trembles slightly, as though the bridge itself has heard the sound and breathed with it. Mara smiles. She has heard hundreds of travelers ring that bell. Yet each time, the sound feels new, as though the bridge remembers every voice, every hope. It was said in those days that a lantern's flame could carry prayer. That when a pilgrim crossed the bridge, each light heard their unspoken hopes and whispered them skyward. So the lantern keeper's humble folk like Mara were not merely lighting the way, but keeping alive a chain of silent wishes that had stretched through centuries. Imagine it now, each lantern glowing softly through mist, their reflections trembling on the dark water below. The bridge hums with a low golden stillness. If you listen, you might almost hear the oil shifting within glass, the faint crackle of a wick, the sigh of air moving through stone arches. Mara hums to herself as she works, a tune so old no one remembers its words. It is said she learned it from her grandmother and her grandmother from hers, a melody first sung by the monks who built the bridge stone by stone. Each note lingers, gentle as falling snow. And as she walks, the fog parts slightly, revealing the far end of the bridge, where a lone pilgrim waits, his cloak heavy with travel dust, his lantern unlit. Mara smiles softly, her eyes kind and shining in the lamplight. She gestures for him to come forward. The pilgrim bows his head, thanking her for the light, for the mercy of seeing the road ahead. His voice is weary but grateful, and he carries the scent of pine resin and cold iron, the smell of long journeys and old roads. As they walk together, Mara tells him how each lantern was once tended by a different family in the village. In the days before her time, whole households would come to light them, children holding candles, elders whispering blessings. It was a custom of community, a quiet way to remind one another that no one ever truly travels alone. The pilgrim listens, and his eyes soften, for in that light, the road behind him already seems farther away, its troubles gentled, its weight lifted slightly from his shoulders. Now let yourself picture the bridge fully, each stone smoothed by centuries of touch, each lantern casting its soft, honey-colored glow. The river below moves in long, unhurried ripples, its current humming like a lullaby. Somewhere an owl calls once more. The fog has thinned now, and through its gauzy veil, the moon hangs like a polished coin. You can imagine your own footsteps joining theirs upon the bridge. The sound slow, rhythmic, a steady echo against the ancient stones. Each breath you take is like lighting another lantern inside yourself, each one soft, golden, calm. And with every glowing point, the world feels a little quieter, a little kinder, a little closer to sleep. Mara and the pilgrim reach the far end of the bridge, where the final lantern waits unlit. It is the oldest one, its glass flecked with tiny bubbles, its frame etched with faint Latin words. Lux per misericordiam, light through mercy. Mara lights it carefully, and the flame steadies. Together, they stand a moment, watching how all the lanterns shimmer in a line, their reflections meeting perfectly in the river below. Hello, and welcome. Before we begin our story tonight, take a slow, easy breath in, and a gentle breath out. Let your shoulders fall, let your eyes soften, and feel the quiet weight of the evening wrap around you like a warm, familiar blanket. There's nothing you need to do right now, nowhere you need to go. Only this moment, this stillness. As you breathe, imagine a faint hush settling over a distant countryside, a place touched by the glow of lanterns and the scent of cool mist. With each breath, you drift a little closer to that place, where the air is calm and time itself moves slower, as if waiting for you to arrive. Let your thoughts slow to the rhythm of your breathing, in and out, each breath a quiet tide carrying you gently inward. And as you relax even deeper, you might feel the faintest touch of a breeze across your skin, cool, like a river whispering through stone arches. When you are ready, our story tonight begins. Our story begins on a fog-soft night, long ago, in the 12th century, when the moon hung low over the hills of St. Hild's Crossing. It was said that this bridge, St. Hild's Bridge, had stood since the days when monks first built stone roads through the marshes. Wide, arched, and ancient, it stretched across a quiet river that wound its way toward the sea. The stones were smooth with centuries of footsteps, pilgrims, travelers, merchants, and dreamers, all crossing beneath the same sky, all pausing at least once to look down at the way the moonlight wavered upon the water. The air tonight was cool and silvered with mist. You can almost feel it now, the kind of mist that clings gently to your eyelashes, that smells faintly of moss and salt. A soft wind brushes against your cheek, and somewhere in the distance, a night bird calls once and then falls silent. You hear the sound of footsteps approaching, slow, measured, patient. And then the faint clink of glass, the soft slosh of oil within a lantern. The one walking is a woman, old enough for her hair to have turned silver, young enough still to walk with purpose. Her name, whispered kindly in the village below, is Mara. For as long as anyone remembers, Mara has tended the lanterns of St. Hild's Bridge. Each evening, as twilight drifts down, she walks the bridge's length with a wicker basket, a small brass key, and a bundle of dry rushes for wicks. It is her ritual of mercy, a practice that began centuries ago when the monks of St. Hild lit lanterns so weary travelers could find their way through fog. She pauses at the first iron hook, one of many that line the bridge's parapet, and unlocks a small, round lantern of green-tinted glass. Her breath fogs in the cool air. With practiced hands, she strikes flint to steel. A soft, bright sound like stars being born, and soon, a flame flickers into life. It catches, grows steady, and the glass glows warm as amber. Mara exhales slowly, watching how the light moves through the fog like a living thing. She lights the next lantern and the next, until the whole bridge begins to shine like a necklace of small suns draped across the river.